Alright, we are playing with a celebrity today. We have, as the Khmer player from the video, Fast Feudal into Opponent Resign. I don't know how to pronounce his name, that's so bad. But really chill guy, I talked to him on Discord, and we actually played a game together, and it was a lot of fun. He picked Khmer, so obviously, the only logical choice for me to pick was also Khmer. And it was funny, we actually had relatively the same sense of maps that we liked and the same kind of civs that we liked on different maps. And I said, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to go for a really stupid strategy. That's right, I'm going to go for the Ballista Elephant Chop 27 Pop Up. Meanwhile, we have my teammate. I'm just gonna call him Yellow. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe you can give me some lessons next time we play on Discord on how to pronounce that. But anyway, he's going to go for a crazy strategy himself, and that's actually why I really like this. He's just going to go mass heavy scorpions. They are quite expensive. It's hard to get to. In the blue over here as Brute Horizons, or Brute Horizon is playing as the Aztecs, and in the green you haven't seen this civ before in this matchup, but we have 000 playing as the Khmer, because if we just all decided to go Khmer, it would have been really funny if we had a quadruple Khmer game. Now, picking the same civ is actually really bad, and the reason that picking the same civ is bad is because you don't get the team bonus from your ally. Basically, you already have that team bonus. You're already that civ. It doesn't stack, so don't think that if you're Franks, for example, and your buddy is Franks, you're gonna get +4 line of sight for your knights instead of +2 or whatever it is. Or if you're double Persians, your knights aren't suddenly going to get +4 attack. Anyway, we are going to speed this up just a little bit, and I don't really know whose perspective we should... You know what? I know whose perspective we should look at. You can see that the build counts are very even. It looks like I've messed up a little bit. I'm a little bit behind in eco already, and green is a little bit ahead. It could also have to do with loom situations and whatnot. If we look over here, for example, you can see that there's no loom yet, so pretty even overall. I signal over here because I want to signal that I am going to go over there and drop in this particular area. Now, like I said, we are going to speed this up just a little bit, and I'm going to go for 27 pop up so that hopefully I can drop a castle right away. And look at this. This is so cool about Khmer. This is just in itself why I love Khmer. Oh, I noticed that my game isn't fixed from the last game I casted with Mad Max. I have one casting day in which I try and cast as much as possible. Now I'm going to go into Feudal, and I'm going to go straight into Castle because Khmer have another cool thing, which is their farms. Obviously, they don't matter where you place them. They also have the immediate up ability as long as you have the resources. You don't need the prerequisite buildings in order to go from Dark Age to Feudal Age, or from Feudal Age to Castle Age. So we're going to take advantage of that and try and get as fast as a castle as possible. But once again, we've seen the Khmer chop. Well, whatever, you know, like, okay, you're going to drop the castle, blah 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 blah. But what we haven't seen is a triple Khmer game with masses. I'm talking like zombie horde level of scorpions in just a minute, and we were both having a good time. We were both laughing about it, and yeah, zombie horde levels of scorpions. So that's something that you can look forward to in the near future. I am up to castle at this time, and we should see a drop over here. I don't know why I'm signaling over here. Oh yeah, his scout was scouting my base a little bit, having some fun, you know. It is a relatively long game, so we do want to get into the action as quickly as possible. And in order for this to work, Yellow has to boom. He has to boom. He has to get to Imperial. So I'm trying to, he said, okay, you just try and distract them as much as you possibly can. So this is the distraction. It's not a very good distraction, which we will see in just, we'll just see how bad this gets in just a little bit. But it's enough. And I'll tell you exactly why it is enough. We're going to speed this up just a little bit. Was a little bit slow on that stone. I do realize that that eagle is here. We're going to try and chase that. Ooh, nice little teleport. D, I love you, but you are a buggy piece of poop lord. That is for sure. Teleportation all over the place. Unit pathing is amazing. And yeah. I signal, here's my castle. His scout is here as well. And I'm just going to take that gold might as well, right? Ballista elephants now coming out. And I'm trying to hide these ballista elephants as much as I can so that my opponents don't know what is coming for them. Meanwhile, we have 1 TC for blue at the moment. We have 2 TCs for green at the moment. And let's see how many TCs do we have over here. 1, 2 TCs from yellow as well. Brute Horizon actually making some very, very good decisions here. I think he maybe realized that Khmer get ballista elephants and can chop through. Even making a siege workshop here in the front to take down that castle, realizes that that castle might be a problem in the long term. And actually has a whole bunch of monks. Now he might use these monks to try and get relics, but those monks are also going to be a hard counter to my Elefantes. And can we spot these? Oh no, 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 no. Oh, park it right there, Jeffrey. No, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, no. Why do you join Brute Horizon? Come on, Jeffrey. So now I signal to yellow. Get him, get that monk, get that monk, get that monk. I'm a little bit hyper when it comes down to my pinging. And sure enough, here comes yellow, and he's got him. 100 gold down the drain. I guess he did get a scout out of it, so I guess it wasn't the worst deal in the world. Meanwhile, these elephants are over here. I'm hoping he hasn't spotted it yet, and then, oh no. Oh no. Oh, he definitely knows what's up now. So now there's only one choice, and that is go big or go home. So here come the Elefantes. 6 of them. We're going to chop through as quickly as we can. I didn't know that there was a TC back here. I can't see that. But it doesn't matter. We're going to go through here anyway. Oh, man. I really dislike that. And I couldn't click these trees very well, even with small tree mod. Didn't really work out. And now we send them through. And we run right into a TC. This is why this strategy is just bad. Because let's go to Blue's perspective real quick. I want to see what Blue does in this particular situation. Because his teammate actually did come over here at a certain point. And now we're trying to get the monks as quickly as possible. Those monks are super dangerous because elephants are really expensive. 100 wood and 80 gold. So every conversion that Blue gets on these is absolutely terrible. And I'm not really finding a whole bunch of damage. And here are the monks. And I'm just like, oh, do we go for it? Do we not go for it? Try and go for this monk. And 2 of my elephants, 2 out of my 8 elephants have already been converted. That is really bad. And these elephants are now firing at my ballista elephants as well. I'm trying to get that last monk before he gets his faith back. Is that what the energy bar is called? Yes. Faith is not with me right now. I need to get that back. And this is just a harass that I'm doing over here. It's the silence before the Scorpion Storm. The silence before the Scorpion Storm. And this one is now outnumbered, but I figure, you know what? I'd rather sacrifice 1 Elefante. And I did actually manage to idle a lot of Blue's eco here. I don't see any signals from Blue that he's under threat. So I wonder why Green did decide to come over here. I told you that this actually worked quite well. Even though you can see that it failed, right? I mean, I'm on 1 TC. I don't have a whole bunch of eco behind this. Blue is on 2 TCs, so he's definitely ahead economically in comparison to me. Yeah, I am at the least amount of villagers, and I'm definitely not killing enough villagers to catch up with this. And here is the siege workshop from green. Very interesting that he decided to go this way. And now more of my Ballista Elephants could get converted. Get that monk, 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 get that monk. If anybody ever tries to Khmer chop you, it is so easy to counter. Literally, just get 2 monks and you're probably fine. 2 monks, convert 2 of them. If he invested a ton, if he invested into like 11 elephants, then just convert another one. And this Elefante looks like it's going to go down as well. But green's coming over here. So green already has 5 villagers of idle time that walked all the way over. He's investing into a siege workshop. So that's 200 wood that he doesn't have for his economy. And now I'm kind of like, ooh, what should I do? So I asked Yellow, as he is massing up the scorps. Let's take a look at Yellow's perspective here. There are now 7 scorpions. Yeah, that's a pretty large quantity of scorpions. Like that could definitely take down some eagles when they walk over. That could definitely do a whole bunch of damage. I mean, that's a lot of scorpions already, right? That's a ton. There's no reason to get additional scorpions, right? Oh, there's 4 still in the queue? Okay, wait. What? 3 siege workshops? That is the one thing about massing scorps. I'm obviously making a joke. 7 is nothing. And trust me, Yellow is not going to go for just 7 scorpions. As we can see by the 3 siege workshops. Siege workshops are quite expensive to make, and massing these guys up is also not cheap. They cost a whole bunch of wood, and they cost a whole bunch of gold. So now blue and green are thinking, okay, we gotta take down this, and green is investing into rams, as you can see, even investing into a castle over here, not protecting himself at home. So they're really thinking that the attack is going to come over here, that I'm going to chop through again, and that it's going to happen right in this area. Meanwhile, we have no intention of attacking blue at all. We're not racist like that, okay? Just because Brute Horizon didn't pick Khmer doesn't mean we want to wipe him out. And look, these elephants are being healed up by the monks. That's actually really smart. I mean, you might as well get as much use out of these monks as possible. And these guys are chunky boys. They're chunky boys. 250 HP on these guys. Definitely a nice meat shield that you could send in front. And it looks like Yellow has now made it to Imperial because he didn't have to invest into castles. He didn't. He is investing into a castle, but he didn't have to. He chose to. And once again, all of these are producing very frequently. 3 in each one is a very nice amount of wood. Actually, should maybe consider putting some more on gold, but yeah, whatever. You play, you blacksmith, and oh, double blacksmith. Okay, this is some Teutonic Fortress plays right here, where you go for double blacksmith and get a whole bunch of upgrades at the same time. Meanwhile, light cav is being got over here. I myself am going for light cav as well, because you know I don't really feel like I have a whole bunch of gold. I have this gold over here. I guess I could have maybe gone for elephant, but elephants are so expensive. I just wanted to spam a unit to try and support these square. Oh my goodness! Wow, I like that a lot. It's way more siege workshops than I thought he had. Oh my god. And he signals over here, and there was a castle going up, and I sent over 2 light cav, and it absolutely wiperonied all of these. And I see more are coming in, just going to try and get these. And wow, green has lost a bunch of villagers to light cav. Oh, does he have murder holes? Oh no, don't run into scorps, don't run into scorps. Oh, good catch, good catch. Does need trebs now to treb this out. And this castle, like, it doesn't really do a whole bunch. I mean, I guess it kind of like protects this gold over here. Is there meanwhile a forward push going on? Yeah, okay. I do remember this because I played the game. And there's a whole bunch of rams coming over here. But interestingly enough, I already have light cav out here, so I guess just chuck them in and see what happens. There's definitely spearmen in this. Whenever you see rams like this, there's either spearmen in there or there's, you know, pikemen. You know, the infantry line is in there, or you might see, you know, oh man, I can't even talk, militia or something in that nature. And we do relatively clean this up. Definitely having some problem with those pikemen. I was trying to chop through again. I was like, oh, you know what, maybe, oh, and this is I think wasteful, because even if you can get some of these light cap, that's a lot. Oh my god, oh no, that is a lot of gold you are throwing there, man. That is a lot of gold you are throwing into light cap. My goodness. Oh man. Did manage to get this castle up, but I guess it does get you this gold. So if you are running out of gold, at least you have a little bit of extra gold. And I kind of stalled out this push, at least for the time being, but now it's getting trapped down. And look at this elephant dancing back here. I see me dancing. Meanwhile, 20 scorpions and getting heavy ram after getting heavy scorpion, of course. And man, this is a lot of siege commitment. This is just full siege. And oh man, let's take a look at these cav over here. Fire! Fire! Oh man, they absolutely melt. I don't think they even... Okay, they took down one scorpion. Oh man, super insane. And look at the production queue. 2, 4, 6, 7 scorpions are being constructed. And he even has like more blacksmiths than he can actually, or sorry, siege workshops than he can actually produce from. Might actually run out of gold at some point. Oh, it does have a lot of his main gold still left. And wow, the chopping, major chopping. Could maybe use a lumber camp, but wow, whatever. Whatever. This castle is definitely going to go down. Cavalier now. Do Cavalier stand a chance against 40 heavy scorpions? He's like, no, nope, see ya, we are out. I think the way to counter this is probably onager or maybe rams of your own. Or I guess if you're Britons, you could go like Warwolf Trebs. Meanwhile, this is being completely cleared up. I didn't actually get to chop through. And yeah, I'm kind of worried at this point because my push completely failed. They could easily push me over here. I did build a castle over here to try and protect this side. I think eventually, if I do have enough stone, I'll try and build a castle on that side just to give myself some spread. Building up some light cav over here. But this is insanity. 47 heavy scorpions. Meanwhile, choo-choo! Capped rams are coming over. And how do you stop this, to be honest with you? Like, so many scorpions. I think once you get to this many scorpions, I was talking to Yellow about this. Oh, don't lose those to the castle fire though. And that Treb is going to make it out alive. And look at these Cavalier. These Cavalier. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh man! Oh man! They melted so quick. Oh man! Absolutely melted, and I'm here with some light cav as well, and I see that he's on stone, so might as well take those out. Why not? Oh my goodness! Such a funny game. How many scorpions do you have? How many scorpions do you need? About 46 of them. 47 is good. And more scorpions are still in the production queue. And at this point, Yellow said to me, I don't even really know what upgrades to get. Like, I have so much. Like, should I just get random upgrades? And I'm like, yeah, why not? Whatever. Go for it. We were just having a good time. You know, it's not all about just winning. I think if... well, you know, I mean, winning is fine and whatnot, but enjoying the game that you're playing and having, I mean, 45 scorpions out at this time. Man, 2 of these scorpions went down. I don't know what Yellow's gonna do at this point. I mean, his numbers are really decreasing. And look, these chunky boys, even these oh my goodness, those chunky boys just ate it so quick, so quick. And the craziest part is, these scorpions with 9 range actually outrange TCs. Absolutely bonkers. And Green's base is getting absolutely decimated. Going into Eagles, I don't think that's a good decision. And even these Cavaliers against this number of Scorpions, not good as well. These Cavalier, I think, are going to try and target these Trebs. At least that's what I would do in this particular situation. They are slightly unprotected, but look how fast everything is just absolutely melting. Yeah, I do remember something like this happening. We've all made it up to Imp. I believe I was the slowest, actually. And does manage to clean up most of these Trebs. And look at this in the front. My goodness. Just ramming through. Total of 45 Scorpion Steel here. That Cavalier. Dodge him. Dodge him. He's in the Matrix, man. Oh my goodness. That one Cavalier is absolutely in the Matrix. Dodging all of them. Oh, that's great. But as these Cavalier close in, absolute decimation. Wow. Look at all those shots. All different directions. Craziness. And Yellow actually does need to get over here with some more. I wonder how many more he's going to bring. Just a casual 31 more. My goodness. So yeah, his numbers were... Ooh, big shot there. And as these numbers get lower, now it becomes more dangerous, right? But the slowest reinforcements have arrived, and now I'm all over Green's base. And absolute decimation over here. We were thinking that they might actually call the resign at this point, but they played on. So I gotta give the Khmer player and Brute Horizons 000 and Brute Horizons some credit for playing on. We were definitely having a really, really fun game. This was on ranked, so it was relatively balanced. I think playing on ranked is better, and they fixed some stuff in the ladder and whatnot. It's not perfect yet. I don't think ranked will ever be perfect. And he was telling me, like, come back over here because, you know, the pikemen and stuff, they're clearing you up. And I was too slow. Whenever it's just simple. I'm too slow. And I saw these rams were heading over here, so I definitely want to take those rams out because these rams could actually do some serious damage. And these Cavalier are just melting again. I mean, even buildings are melting to these Scorpions at this point. 50 of them. And can that ram get even a single hit? Ooh, does get one. It's kind of funny that Siege kind of counters Siege. Because if you get a ram against a Mangonel or something like that, it doesn't happen very often. But if you do, that ram will absolutely destroy that Mangonel. And nice, you have Eagles, but there are 54 Scorpions and so many more in the queue. So yeah, when I toss in units, like I mentioned before, I just kind of, like, I'm so bad with my unit control. I'm like, they're dead. They're in there, they're dead. Yellow was trying to give me some advice. He's like, come back and I can absolutely sweep that up. And I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should have done that. But I'm not very good at Age of Empires. And now we have reached a number over 60. And look at this. Look at this. Look how quickly, oh my goodness. Look how quickly that absolutely melts. Wow, the number of shots that was fired there, absolutely insane. Meanwhile, there's still, I was gonna say there's still more than 60 here, but guys, there's only 59. And now I'm getting gold, and I'm just like cav spamming. I'm not even close to hitting pop cap. More rams are coming out. I think there's another ball of Scorpions over here. I mean, this is insanity. This is a slow push, but heavy Scorpion in large numbers is super OP. I think heavy Scorpion is great, but how often do you get to 60 Scorpions? And what do you use against 60 Scorpions? I think you have to get onagers in on them, but the light cav could easily snipe the onagers. So the only time that we're really in danger is if yellow is next to a siege workshop, right? And light cav even doing more damage, and green is getting absolutely decimated. The score is still relatively close. I mean, 1400 game score difference is not huge, but there's over 60 Scorpions here, and there's more Scorpions coming in as we speak. And I was like, oh man, maybe you need some rams for these TCs. And he's like, no, I can actually outrange TCs. And I was like, what? You can do what? Meanwhile, I guess it was good that green located over here because he's relocating all of his pop over here. And this is just a slow push to victory, but I'm not going to speed it up. And the reason I'm not going to... Look at this. This is the reason. This is the reason I'm not going to... This ram is going to work on this half-constructed wall. Might as well, right? The reason I'm not going to speed it up is because I'm like, there's a ton of rams over here. Because that could actually be somewhat worrisome. Those rams are probably also filled with eagles. I think you should definitely go with a whole bunch of onagers, but definitely don't want to... Oh, man, this could be a big swing if those come in over here. Yikes. I mean, 23. Ooh, 1, 2. I mean, look at how these guys melt over here. Like, they do one shot and just get absolutely decimated. And all of these got decimated, and at this point, Yellow and I are thinking to ourselves, like, oh man, what are we gonna do? Except for the fact that he still has, like, 37 Scorpions behind this. And he has his own rams over here as well, so I'm just trying to get rid of those rams. But those rams actually did pretty decent. But he still has a whole bunch of... I mean, it was just decimation at this point. But I've never actually seen somebody go full Scorpion, like this heavy into Scorpion, and it worked out great. And it's kind of hard to counter. And look at this. Castle goes up, rams come in, and I think we realized this a little bit too late. Yeah, and even a castle, okay, it has 11, and these Scorpions have 9, so these don't outrange a castle. But if you didn't get the upgrades on it, then it actually would outrange it. So that's kind of an interesting fact. And I'm just spamming light cav. And once again, we're going to have a situation where I kind of run into pikemen or something like that, and Yellow is very wisely telling me, come back, come to the Scorpions. And I'm just a derp. I'm just like, no, I throw a light cav in. Light cav, throw and die, yes? Look at all these pikemen. He's like, come back, don't fight the pikemen. What are you doing? And I'm like, no, light cav, go in and die. Light cav, fight to death. Yeah, I did actually listen, I think. Yeah, look at me. I learned from the last time this happened. Oh, but this is actually big. He could actually start targeting down some of these scorps. Do need to take that down. My light cav are, or sorry, they're hussar now. My hussar are beautifully blocking those rams from achieving their goal, and trying to keep the rams away from this huge mass. 59 here and more over here. I mean, yeah, we can definitely get more than 60 in this particular one. And I think pretty soon the GG will be called. Mass Scorpion. Is it good? I think if you get to Imp and you can get 60 plus Scorpions out, yeah, I think it's quite good. I think it's really good. Let me know what you think. Maybe you think Mass Scorpion is terrible. I mean, I think it's hard to argue with what's going on, but you know, whatever. And then what would you go for Khmer? You know what I would go for? I would go for something stupid, like the Khmer chop. Would you go for elephants? Khmer elephants? Would you go for Khmer scorps? Would you go for and there's the resigns. Would you go for just light cav? I guess that's something I do as well. I did that with Numai, and that was a really funny game where the hussars or the light cav, I don't think I actually even made it to hussars, that's why I kept calling them light cav, ran through a maze. It was amazing. And quick look at the statistics over here. And yeah, Yellow absolutely dominated in this one. And after this game, he said, this is one of my favorite Age of Empires games and moments. And I really appreciated that, because that's what Age of Empires is all about, is creating fun experiences, memorable games in which you do something weird. And that's why I like the weird strategies, to be completely honest with you. Very good KD. I had a pretty decent KD myself as well. And yeah, it was brute for Brute Horizons and 0000. I like the crazy strats because it reminds me of why I love Age of Empires, technology, society, and let's take a look at the timeline over here. Yeah, I definitely did not do super hot on this one. I definitely had yellow carrying me pretty hard, but I think I did enough with the distraction. So, yellow, if you're watching this, thank you for carrying the team. Thank you for going for something out of the ordinary. I don't think a lot of people like to play crazy Khmer Scorpions, so thanks. That one was a new one for me, for sure. Later, and remember, keep walking.